Hey everyone, welcome to Subconscious Healing. Say hi in the comments section, let us know where you're from. Today we're all going to have the opportunity to receive some support and hopefully, if it's in the highest good, some healing as well. So stay tuned for the next hour. We've got some amazing new and exciting free offers for you all. And of course, there's the amazing opportunity for everybody to resonate together as a group as we share our insights, our concerns, and we all receive support. So thank you for being here. If you're new, say hi in the comment section and let us know where you're from. And thank you to all of the regulars that show up continually. It's so beautiful to have you here every week. You're an inspiration to us all. So thank you. I would love to hear from you all as well. Just going to grab the feed here. Hi, Kimberly, Shakti, Smita, hello. Oh, you've got questions already. That's so amazing. Kerry, hello, Kerry. Oh, I'm so excited for you this week. Big things are happening for Kerry. Awesome. Let's get started. So, welcome to Subconscious Healing. My name is Emma Wachs, and I'm someone who has struggled with self-hate, a severe lack of purpose, and a lack of love and support in my life. And for such a long time, I had so much pain beneath the surface, but it was almost as if you couldn't really tell. To the outside world, I had a family, I had a home, I eventually had comfort and well-being in my life, but I was still just felt like I was stumbling through this experience, feeling like something just wasn't right. And I was constantly questioning why we suffer and what the meaning of life is. So today I really wanted to shed some light on this, and I'm going to share my journey with you on subconscious healing. And then I'm going to open up the space for everybody to receive some support. Um, so I was someone who was born into a beautiful family with the absolute best intentions in the world. But at some point, things went awry. And for so long, I lived in complete denial of this, pretending that everything in my life was amazing when it wasn't. And I found myself depressed, lonely, addicted to alcohol, and just unsupported by life. I had no passion in my work, no reason for being here. I was just trying day by day to get by and get through the challenges that I had going on in my life. But then one day something changed. The universe started saying, you know what? That's enough. No more living your life in pain, no more living this path. And it brought this situation into my life that was so uncomfortably confronting that I had no choice. I had to sit back and look at myself and wonder how I got there. So if you've had these moments, please share into the comment section. Let me know if you've had this experience before, that moment when life stops and you're forced to reflect on your life and figure out, how you got there. Looking back at yourself and realizing, oh my gosh, what have I been through? It's pretty brutal, right? Yes, I saw a lot of emojis going off then. So just like all of you, I had come to a juncture point in my life, and I could either pick myself up and start the whole process all over again and just pray that I didn't hit up against the same struggles, or I could choose more. And more importantly, I could choose to want more for myself. And something I didn't realize at the time is that there's a huge difference between these two things. Choosing more is easy. We just say, hey, I want more, and hope that some miracle arrives. But choosing to want more for us, choosing to want more for ourselves, that's a whole other story. To want more for ourselves means that we've decided we're not going back. We've committed to doing whatever it takes to ensure that we never have to repeat those same cycles and experience that discouragement about life ever again. And today I'm going to share with all of you the secret to being able to make that decision for yourself and explore where you've gone wrong in the past so that we can rectify it with subconscious healing. Now, those of you who are new here, for those of you who are new here, subconscious healing means that we can access the deepest root cause of any struggle or difficulty in your life, and we can clear it. And today you're all going to have the opportunity to share your struggles into the comment section, and I'm going to tune in and identify the deepest root cause of these things for you. But before we do that, here's what I have to say on that topic. If you want more for yourself and you're searching for a better life, then it's time to get serious about what you're expressing out into the world. You have to find a way to take ownership of all of your experiences so that you can heal them and no longer be living in a space of denial. And this can feel really hard. I know for myself, when I was looking at some of the horrible things that I've experienced, things like an extreme lack of love and lack of universal support, lack of financial well-being, different forms of abuse, and even though I could see where this energy had begun early on in my life, and for so many other reasons as to why this was happening to me, what I realized was that I was still playing the victim. My awareness of all of the reasons as to why I was struggling and having horrendous experiences, it wasn't enough to create a complete transformation for myself. And the reason was because I had no way of being able to take ownership of those experiences in a way that was safe and supportive for me. And so the huge misconception that we have out there in the world is that we have to take ownership for all of the horrible things that other people have done for us and all of the horrible things that we have done to other people or animals or beings. But there's a huge higher perspective to this. And here's the secret that I want to share with you all today. If we can take ownership of the fact that we're here for a reason and that we have a life that's worth living, and if we decide once and for all that it's time to embrace that version of us, then with the right tools, we can experience a complete transformation and we will never have to look back. So take a moment just to let that in, and I may even repeat it for you. If you're feeling any shifts as I repeat this, just allow for my energy to come in and lift those for you. If we can take ownership of the fact that we're here for a reason and we choose to allow for that to be our focus, the belief that we have a life that is worth living, and we decide once and for all that it's time to embrace that version of us, then with the right tool, we can experience a complete transformation. This realization is what changed my life, not the healing journey and the millions of different things that I had tried to help and support myself. They were all just tools and techniques along the way. But it was the decision that I had made that no matter what, I was ready to choose the life of my dreams before anything else. And subconscious healing was the first step for me. Having the ability to change and transform the limitations that were holding me back. And this is why it's so important to have access to the right techniques and mentors who are experienced with this level of transformation. Because without that, you're just doing your best with guidance from someone else who's also still struggling. So for those of you who are ready to make this decision for yourself, I would love for you to start sharing into the comment section. What challenges are you facing in your life? What's in the way of you being able to make this decision for yourself? And I'm ready now to start sharing some amazing guidance for you today. If this is resonating with you and you want to know more about how to make this empowering choice for yourself, you can join our community. We're going to share that link into the comment section for you now so that you have free session offers where you can receive one-on-one support to guide you through this transformation. So let's have a look and see who we have joining us here today. So feel free to share those into the comment section. I'm going to start tuning in for you all. The best thing to do would be share any challenges that you've been experiencing in your life, especially the ones that are holding you back from deciding that you're ready to choose your dream life. If you can see what's there and what's blocking that coming into fruition, start sharing those into the comment section now. Smita, hello from the UK. Anything that's blocking me from a strong connection with my true self? Also, does true self think it's best to continue with my website project or cut my losses and walk away? Okay, so for you, Smita, it feels like we want to have a look at what's happening beneath the surface of these questions for you, because that's what's going to allow for you to have a shift on all of these things. It's like there's this part of you that's not able to trust in your higher self connection just yet. And the fact that you're using the word true self, I'm sure means that you've connected with one of our amazing mentors. So I'm just going to tune in and see what's beneath the surface there for you. So the first thing that I'm seeing is that there's a hint of the belief that you're lazy. It's obviously not true, but for whatever reason, this is a perspective that your parents had or that your early caregivers had as you were growing up. So this is something that wants to be explored and wants to be looked at and falls in line beautifully with what we've been exploring today. Sometimes we don't want to admit that our parents or other people in our lives have been limiting us in some way. It's the perfect example of the denial that I'm referring to. We need to have the ability to be able to look into the things that we're in denial on. And the reason being is that if we can't do this, then we can't see a future that's in line with our dream life. We just can't see that that's possible for ourselves, because all we're seeing is what our parents and those around us saw possible for themselves. And as we all know, we've come such a long way, right? Since the moment that we were born and we started learning how to navigate this crazy world, we've all come such a long way. So for you, Smita, we're wanting to have a look at that level of denial around your parents and their perspectives of you. Sometimes we just want to love our parents instead of admitting that there may have been times where no matter how much they wanted to have our best interests at heart, they just couldn't. And so that's something there for you to start exploring that may lead you down the path of exploring some deeper limitations. But please reach out to us and ensure that you have access to some subconscious healing techniques first to ensure that you can do that in a safe and supportive space. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much for joining and for asking your question. It was absolutely perfect. I've just lost the feed with all of the questions, so just give me a moment, guys, to bring that up again. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I can't wait to get to all of your questions. Let's see if I can bring them up here. Okay, Kimberly, money, I think. Oh, that is a great one, and that's going to resonate for a few of us. So let's have a look at what's going on there for you, Kimberly, beneath the surface. So what's interesting for you, Kimberly, is I'm feeling that there's a deep limitation beneath the surface that's connected to your heart. And it's really interesting because a lot of the time we don't connect these two things together, money and heartache. Yeah, and I'm just seeing your other comment here. If I had money to do whatever I wanted, I would probably leave where I currently am, as it no longer serves me anymore, or emotional, right? So here's the deeper thing that it's connecting to for you, Kimberly, is a deeper level of heartache that you have beneath the surface around the pain of needing to be in situations that are no longer working for you. And it's connected to a deep root limitation around the pain of life. So this is a pretty deep one for you. And oh, congratulations. I just heard from Sophie today that you're completing your program now. So congratulations. Kimberly's explored some of our amazing techniques in the Upgrade Your Reality program. She's just finalized that today, so that's wonderful. Congratulations. So yes, utilize the techniques in there to start looking at these deeper pains, what's going on beneath the surface. And we all have these deeper pains. Some of us will see them as ancestral pains. Some of us will see them as pains from past lives. But the most important thing is that we're able to access the energy of these deeper things. The interpretation, comes and goes. The need to interpret comes and goes. So as you're working through that process, just allow yourself to to really see if you can harness the deeper root cause of these things and bring your awareness back deeper and deeper each time you go through the process. And that will allow you to get to the root cause of any difficulties in money. But that's a big one, and that's feeling like it's resonating for a few of you. So I'm just going to tune in for anybody else that's struggling with finances and struggling with money. If that's the thing that's getting in the way of you being able to make an empowering choice to choose you for the rest of your life and work towards your dream life, no matter what, this is the perfect time to tune in and allow for this message to realign some things for you. If we see ourselves as less than enough, then we won't have enough. And if we are making decisions based on what we've experienced in the past and what we've seen possible for other people, then this is always going to be true for us. It's the sad limitation that exists within all of us because we've all grown up in a society where this is true. So you just allow yourself to breathe into this transformation as we bring in a new possibility for you, that all you need is the right space to be able to create a new life for yourself. You need the right level of self-belief to be able to create a new life for yourself. And you need to have access to the perfect tools and techniques that are going to allow for you to do so much more than just be aware of what's beneath the surface in the subconscious. We want to give you the ability to be able to transform these. So if this is resonating for you and you would like to know how to transform what's in the subconscious mind, then please click on the links below and book in for your initial free session with one of our amazing mentors to explore this, because it will change your life 100%. Having the right techniques to be able to change this instantly for yourself means that you can make this decision, an empowering decision to work towards your best possible future and actually be able to work towards getting there. So thank you, Kimberly, for sharing. If anybody else has posted their challenge before Kimberly's, please pop it back into the comment section now so that I can work through and get through them all. I haven't been able to bring up the feed. So if you don't mind reposting those, then I'll ensure I get to every single one of you before the hour is up. Thank you. Hi, Laura. Beautiful. Julia, broken down marriage, having trouble breaking the emotional ties. I have a lot of self-doubts. Thank you so much for sharing, Julia. Let's tune in for you and see what's there beneath the surface. Okay, so Julia, what's feels like is there beneath the surface for you, which again is completely in line with being able to choose the life that you're wanting for yourself. It's connected to not seeing that possible with where you're at currently now. So what's feeling really important is that you find a way to put aside all of the ideas and perspectives that you have about your partner at this particular point in your life, about your children or any close friends that have a perspective of all of you in your life at the moment. And you have a look at, if I was just me, if I was single and I was living in this world and embracing my truth all on my own, what would my life look like? And if you can work towards bringing those empowering things into your life, then everybody else around you will either align with that, or they may move on to a different, world, or they may stay in the world that they're in as you continue to carry forward. But either way, then you will know what the right decision was for you and how to move forward on that, creating an empowering choice to move forward for yourself. So let me just see if there's any limitations that I can clear for you on that. Straight away, I'm feeling a deep sense of emotional loss and heartache. So just feel free to release any of that energy if that's coming up for you now. It's really important to be able to have a safe way of releasing that. So we're just going to do that for you now. And that's just it's going to loosen the impact that it feels like this is going to have on you. A lot of that emotion isn't connected to the decisions that you're thinking about making now. It's connected to the decisions or the heartbreaks of your past, those things where you actually didn't have a choice, but yet you still ended up, finding yourself heartbroken. That's what these things are connected to. So do your best just to breathe through any of that energy now. And we're going to ensure that that's cleared for you until you're in a safe place again. But please reach out to one of our amazing mentors if you would like to explore this a little further. We can help clear these things for you in just one session. We've done amazing things, clearing the belief limitations that have created insomnia, clearing the limitations that are causing stress and pressure in people's lives, clearing limiting beliefs that are connected to having horrible dreams or connected to feeling drawn to negative partners. In just one session, so much is possible for us. So definitely jump onto the links that we're sharing into the comment section to book in for a free session if you'd like to explore that further. Feels like we've settled things for you beautifully. So thank you so much for sharing. It's so beautiful to have you with us. Perfect, my pleasure. Iona, doubt in relationships, amazing. Let's tune in on that for you. And this one feels like it's going to resonate for a few of you. So if you find that other people's messages are resonating for you as well, feel free to have shifts. My energy is designed to clear limitations for anyone and everyone who's watching this live or on the replay later, Amazing. So for you, Iona, it's really interesting because it feels like you're caught up in the headspace a little bit, and you're struggling to be free from that part of you that's over analyzing everything. So when it comes to making an empowering decision for yourself, you're getting caught up in replaying all of the different scenarios that may be going on in your life, or maybe potential possibilities in your future, depending on what you see there. What's really amazing is that for you, Iona, with the right intuitive support on expanding your intuitive gifts, this would completely disappear, because what you're actually seeing is you're seeing the different potential possibilities and futures that are there for you, but you're bypassing an amazing thing that's happening for you. You're intuitively being shown the different options so that you can make an empowering decision and choose for yourself. So what's blocking the ability for you to be free from doubt and know what the best decision is moving forward? And this feels like it's relevant in relationships, but also in other areas of your life, is just the feeling that you don't know. For you, you've got this deep limitation around feeling that you understand and that you know enough in your life to be able to take steps forward. And so that's really important for you. But not knowing is, for you, far more, it feels like it came in originally through your mother. So even before you needed to make decisions in your life, I can see you as a beautiful young baby, you know, and you're just exploring the world, and yet your mother's energy just, she has this deep limitation of not knowing, and it is expressed in the same way that you're expressing it, but also with a hint of anxiety. So that's where your limitation has shown up for you. And I'm actually going to clear a little bit of this for you. I'm actually clearing some of her energy so that you can be a little freer when it comes to making decisions for yourself. And that should hopefully bring in some inspiration and some fresh empowerment. The energy of empowerment, so great, so powerful, the next time that you're going to move forward. And so this is why it feels like you've had this story playing out in your mind, you know, that you've been reliving the experiences that your mother had in relationships. It's purely because subconsciously you were connected on a deep limitation of not knowing. And this is tied into lots of things: not knowing how to support yourself, not knowing how to live your life in a way that's beneficial for you, and not knowing how to choose even if you want to. That feels like that was the most important one. So as we clear some of that energy for you, that's going to clear that up for you today. Thank you so much for sharing. I hope that's resonated for you. And for anybody else that's resonated for, yeah, I hope that's integrated for you as well. I can feel that we're all looking pretty good. That's pretty good. Shakti, could I please receive a shift for my fear of coming out of my work life or purpose and trusting my intuition? Yes, absolutely. I can see that you've done some work on this since we last spoke. Let's see what wants to show up for you today. Enjoyment. Enjoying your life, Shakti. That's the key for you today. There's a part of you that's really letting what the world is experiencing at the moment get in the way, and it's kind of getting you down. So you just really need to unattach yourself from everybody else around you and from the world. So no social media, no TV for a certain period of time, at least 24 hours. And then just allow yourself some time to just be in your own energy. What you've actually been afraid of is finally having everything that you could ever want, because once you're able to really know who you are, then everything that you've ever wanted starts flowing effortlessly into your life, and you're very close to that. So let me just see if there's anything we need to clear on that for you. It feels like you're a little bit like, oh, how am I going to do that? You know, I've got some kind of, you know, social engagement or thing that I'm feeling I need to go to. Here's something for everybody on the call right now or watching this later. Sent by the universe. So make that empowering choice today, and the universe will support you moving forward. Thank you, Shakti. Ben, why do I feel guilty? Amazing. Let's explore that for you. Okay, so for you, Ben, you've got a fair bit of guilt surrounding your relationship with your mother. And it feels a little confusing for you, and I can see why. It's because there's been a few things energetically. And so what I mean by that is when you were at the age of about 2 years old, there was an experience whereby your mother had it feels like the fear of God put into her. She was so worried for your life that in that moment, you also got scared, and there was a subconscious limitation that was created. But it was a big one because of the level of fear that was there. And so in that moment, you've taken on a lot of the guilt that she would have felt if something had have happened to you. So let me just see if I can lift some of that energy there for you today, Ben. And you may or may not sense this shift. You may just feel like it feels like this energy has been sitting in the stomach area or sort of in the pit of your stomach, and it's been a bit uncomfortable there. And you've been trying to figure out, is it, should you be feeling guilty because of something in current relationships, or is there something I've done wrong in certain cases? So yeah, well done for being so receptive to being able to see that. Now we're just going to clear that energy for you, so that you're able to take some steps forward towards embracing where you're truly at. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Ben. I hope you're feeling better. Please feel free to let us know in the comment section how that's going for you. Sarah, I'm struggling to get started on making money in my business. Perfect, Sarah. Feels like the other tune-in we did around money was perfect for you too. Let me see what there is beneath the surface for you. Okay, Sarah, so I can see why you're feeling stuck. You have the limiting belief that if I can't do it, then it won't happen for me. You're trying endlessly to do everything yourself, and it's too much. So what you need to figure out is, what are the things that I can pass on to other people? What level of support do I need to ensure that that's done? And once you've done that and you've created some space for yourself, there's actually a whole new level of business that wants to be explored for you. So we're actually experts at supporting people through that sort of journey. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely connect in with us for a free discovery session, and we can support you on that journey. But yeah, that's feeling as though for you today, that's what's coming through. An important thing to mention is, this is regardless of how much is happening for you right now. This limitation is there for you because your father had the same limitation when you were a child. And so even if you may be having insights about amazing next steps you can take within your business, it's just not going to be possible with this limitation. So that's why there's stagnation there. So we're just going to clear and lift that limiting belief from you now so that you can continue to move forward. Thank you for sharing. I hope that it's going to create some shifts for you in that area of your life. Gabby, complex trauma. Let's have a look for you, Gabby. Okay, Gabby, so for you, what's feels as though it's showing up is the reason itself is, again, because there's this complexity to the trauma that you've had. And I'm seeing something similar to one of the other commenters earlier. There's this process of analyzing. So the level of support you've had in working through your trauma is so complex because the avenues that you've taken in order to transform it or to heal it, they've been complex. They've been wanting you to access every single little detail about what happened in order for you to be able to shift and move through it. The beauty of subconscious healing is that that doesn't always need to happen. So let me see if there are some things that we can lift for you today in order for that to be transformed for you. Yeah, so it's that healing trauma is hard. We're just lifting that limitation for you, and with it, all of the emotion that you've had connected to this. Feels like that you've been through a really long journey of attempting to heal some suffering, and it's going to be really important for the next phase of that healing for you to start finding the easy ways to just have it be lifted and be gone. So I'm just lifting whatever energy is in the highest good for you today. But I definitely recommend connecting in with one of our mentors, because we may need a full session just to completely clear that for you. But it's definitely something that can be done within 1 or 2 sessions because of the amount of work that you've already done on it. But the ultimate message for you is that it's okay. You don't need to keep going back through every detail anymore. It's time to let go of that. And today you can make the empowering choice to move forward from that and let go of that past, step aside, move away from all of those difficult traumatic experiences that you've had. So congratulations. What a big day for you, Gabby. That's truly inspiring. Thank you for sharing. And please, if anybody has amazing experiences after making that empowering decision today, please pop back onto this live throughout the week and share onto this comment section and let us know how you went with that. I'm sure we'd all love to see. My pleasure. Julia, wow, thank you. That's been great advice. I've been doing some heart meditations. We'll have a look now. Perfect. Awesome. Carol, new starts, please. Will I find my mojo? Oh, yes, Carol. Let's have a look. So for you, Carol, the limitations that are beneath the surface for you, it's so funny you use the word mojo, because it's like your energy saying the mojo's there. So what is missing? Nothing's missing. It's what we need to remove. Limiting belief that, again, starting something new is a difficult process. It's like for you, there's technology resistance. There's difficult experiences and people having to deal with them. There's all kinds of lack of motivation stemming from your past experiences, but it's all connected to a deeper limitation around just how hard life is. And so I'm just bringing my energy in to clear some of that for you now. Feels connected to your mother, actually. It feels like she really struggled to support the family. And that's something that you've carried for her. You're sort of carrying the burden of where she's feeling she wasn't able to support the family. So I'm just going to lift some of that for you now. Feel free to release that energy. For anybody else that's feeling as though they've also carried some burdens from time to time from their early caregivers, feel free to release that now. Wow, what an incredible, empowering journey we're all going to have this week. Well done, everyone. Feels like it's really working well. Perfect. Thank you for sharing, Carol. Hope that's shifted for you. Peter, yes, let's have a look and see what's beneath the surface for you, Peter. So for you, Peter, thank you for allowing your higher self to show things so deeply. Straight away, we were able to see the very deep root cause for you. It's that I am not enough. And for you, this is been showing out with your current relationship, and it's something that feels like it's really pulling on the heartstrings day in and day out. So what really feels like it wants to happen for you is a deep cleanse. So definitely reach out to one of our mentors if you'd like to receive some healing and identify how to do that. But what I'm doing for you now is just clearing some limiting beliefs in the way of you being able to attract more self-loving and nurturing and cleansing things into your life. There's been a bit of a lack of being able to welcome in those things. And it feels like, if we look at what your mind is saying, it's that you've been really just wanting the most, the way to do that makes sense for you. And it feels like you kind of get a bit frustrated from time to time when other people are, sharing all of their ways of how to do that, and they just don't quite feel aligned for you. So for you, making the empowering choice to choose you today is choosing, I'm ready to start exploring what my way is of being self-loving, of nurturing myself, and deciding that if I want more, I'm going to start experiencing more. So go forth into your life this week, Peter. Please come back in a week and let us know how you went as well. I would love to hear from you. Thank you. Thank you for all of your beautiful comments, everyone. Elio, how can I be more telepathic? Oh, that's a wonderful question. Let's see if there are any limiting beliefs in the way there for you. Interesting enough, Elio, it feels like that's not something that's in the way of you being able to make an empowering choice for yourself. So it feels like you jumped on a little late, but if in general you're finding yourself just holding back on making empowering choices to move forward with your dream life, the message for you is to start now. Straight away coming through, you don't need to be any more than what you already are. It's time now. You're ready now to be able to move forward and make empowering changes in your life. Well done for letting that in. We just cleared a lot, boosted a lot for you there, so that's wonderful. And it feels like there's no limitations in being able to improve in your telepathic abilities. It's just a matter of seeing yourself as more. So the more that you go out there and experience yourself as your amazing self, the sooner that's going to continue to evolve. But at the moment, you're not seeing it possible for yourself because you're not quite seeing yourself as good enough. So yeah, allow for yourself to go forth into your life this week. Definitely come back and share with us what amazing shifts you've had. Hi Deirdre, it's so beautiful to have you with us. So for anybody that's just joined us, feel free to share into the comment section any resistances that you feel that you have to be able to choose yourself, to be able to want more for yourself and make empowering decisions within you. Shakti always cries with the shifts. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Simone, feeling stuck in her life. Marriage is not good. My partner hasn't worked in a long time. I take care of every single bill, have 2 children at home. One has moved out, feel like he's really trying to destroy my relationship. With my 18-year-old son trying to do the same. My 16-year-old son who has autism, he doesn't say anything nice about me and tries to make me out I'm the problem. My house is falling apart, literally have no money left after paying everything for renovations. I hate my house. Thank you for bringing in everything, Simone. Let's look at what's beneath the surface there for you. There's a lot going on. You've come to the right place because with subconscious healing, I have the ability to tune in on the deepest root cause of all of those things. The fact that you've brought all of them to me means that there's a deeper limitation that we need to explore for you. So straight away, what I can see is from the age of about 2 years old, you've taken on the persona of your mother, and this has created a lot of the limitations that you've got going on and that you've been experiencing. The main thing that I want to clear for you today on this is the hurt that's connected to this. So feel free just to release any heartache and just allow for yourself to breathe through that release. You've taken on so much pain from your mother that you subconsciously have just prepared for the exact same journey that she had, only with a few variations here or there. So well done for working on yourself up until now and for working so hard at keeping the family together. But the truth is that it's not your job to keep the family together. Everybody has their own level of experience. And I highly recommend that you go back and watch the beginning of this live if you haven't seen it. It's going to really empower you to see why it can be so beneficial for other people to be able to make empowering choices and decisions for themselves. So now's the time where you get to change all of that. You get to no longer take on the responsibility of your mother and therefore the responsibilities of everybody else in your life, because that's how she grew, that's how she supported your family. Now's the time for you. It's time to bring in the life that you were born here to live, and to be able to explore that within yourself, within your life, and in every area of your life. It's truly possible. Everybody on this call, I just want you to know, for all of you, how truly possible it can be to change this, to rebalance your life, and to allow for it to transform into one that's empowering day in and day out. So if that's resonating for you, Simone, and for anybody else on the call, please jump on and book in for a mentoring session with one of our amazing subconscious healers or intuitive life coaches. We're here to support you and to bring your life back into balance again. And with subconscious healing, it just takes a moment to clear the limiting beliefs that have been getting in the way of you living the life that you deserve. So let that be a message to you all. And I would love to hear if you have any improvements in the comment section next week, Simone. We'd love to hear from you. So thank you for sharing. I hope that's resonated for you. Perfect. Thank you for all of your wonderful comments, everybody. I'm glad this is resonating for you all. Stay connected to the end of this live session, because if there's anything else that's resonating from other people's messages, you're more than capable of having shifts alongside of that too. Mindy, any insight on helping my 8-year-old daughter with anxiety and fear? Yes, let's have a look, Mindy, at what's beneath the surface there for you. So straight away, Mindy, what I'm seeing is that a lot of her anxiety and fear is connected to her father. What's going to be beneficial for us to shift within you is the ability to feel empowered to be able to change that. So for you, there's been a lack of self-worth within that relationship or that connection with her father. And that's what's allowing for this to stay prominent for her in her life. If you can show her that you're ready to choose yourself and work towards the life of your dreams in the biggest possible way, that's going to allow for her to start saying no to the before, right? That love is more powerful than fear, that the light is more powerful than the darkness. Yes, this is true, but have we chosen that? Simply choosing love and choosing light and choosing to be our true self, who we really are, is so powerful. So for you, Mindy, I'm just clearing a limiting belief there for you on that. You may or may not feel that shift, or you may just feel a little bit lighter. But that's going to help start to transform that for your daughter. If you're wanting to have this transformed on a deeper level, I highly recommend connecting in with one of our mentors for a subconscious healing session or a discovery session, because it's going to help you transform the energy that's there on a deeper level. And there's a fair bit to look at there with that side of things. So the beauty of what we do is that her father won't need to be present, but it's just that we need to be able to connect in with you one-on-one, just to ensure that it's all in the highest good. And of course, if there's any possibility that he's open to this, it's going to be beneficial for him to explore this as well. So thank you. I hope that's resonated for you. That clearing feels really good. Do what you can to be that empowering support person for her. It's going to make a big difference in her being able to trust in herself and start sending away that fear and that anxiety. Amazing. Sarah, I'd love some advice with manifesting my house. I have the land, the paperwork is ready to go, but the land and houses around my land might put blockages in front of my build. It feels like what we cleared for you earlier, Sarah's really going to be beneficial for you on that. Just have a look at exploring what's beneath the surface for you when it comes to societal things. It just feels like for you there's some societal limitations around what's possible there for you. So if you follow that trail, I believe you will come out on the other side. Feels like you have access to some level of healing or support, so use that as your focus to transform that for you. Perfect. Yes, Smita, I'm sending you some energy now. Perfect. Hi, Lenny. Lenny's busy today. So good to have you on here. Definitely come back and watch this again. Let me see if there's anything that I can clear for you. Lenny, for you, you've had opportunities coming through left, right, and center. It's time to choose. It's time to decide what you want for yourself. I have a feeling you know where to go. So please let us know when you're ready to connect in, to make this empowering choice to move forward. We're here for you. Jordan, I'm wondering when I'll be my own payee for SS. Let's have a look. So for Jan, what I'm being guided to do is explore any limitations beneath the surface for you. It's actually really interesting because it feels connected to a cousin, a relationship that you had with a cousin, and I'm not sure if you're still speaking with them currently, but at some point you've taken on a really limiting belief around what's possible for you with that. Just shifting that for you, and now we can have a look at what's beneath the surface for you around that. There's this this lack of support that you're feeling within your life, and it's connected to money, but it's also connected to other areas of your life. It feels highly tied into your relationships. And so this is what needs to be aligned. It feels like that needs to be your focus, and you need to be able to do a really good job at shifting and transforming those. And so that's going to take a little bit to explore. So definitely reach out to us for to connect in with one of our mentors if you'd like to do that. In one session, we'll easily be able to transform that for you. Absolutely. The final thing for you, Jordan, is it's time to look at the reason why you went into this situation in the first place. It feels as though that's not exactly clear for you, which is where your empowerment has started to fade and your inspiration has started to fade. It's like there's a hint of disappointment for you on that. So the most important thing for you to be able to make an empowering choice within yourself is to have a look at where have you lost sight of the inspiration. And once you've started exploring that, then you'll be able to create some shifts in bringing in that possibility of you being able to become a payee. It's really exciting for you. It's like either coming really soon or in the near future, but it's just not quite going to happen in the way that you're wanting to if these relationships aren't brought into alignment and if you haven't been able to clear what's beneath the surface for you on that. It just means that the victory will be short-lived. So that's all I'll say on that for you. I hope you get the opportunity to reach out with one of us. And thank you for sharing, Jordan. That's absolutely amazing. Emily, hello. So good to have you here. Definitely watch this one back. Oh, Kerry, thank you for your beautiful message. Thanks to Emma. As a mentor with subconscious healing, she's been able to find her limitations and how to release them. That's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Deirdre, this is a first. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Not sure what to ask or say, except that maybe I'm a bit numb. Can you sense anything for me? I would love to have a look for you, Deirdre. Let's see what's there beneath the surface for you. So Deirdre, what's really interesting for you is that I'm sensing that there's a bit of, I could just feel how happy you are. There's so much laughter in your life and that's amazing. But if there's something that you're in denial on that I want to bring into your awareness on, but don't worry, I've got you in a really safe space. We're going to be able to clear it for you too. It's that life's not all good. So you've been using laughter, enjoyment, and I'm okay as a way to mask some of the deeper things going on beneath the surface. And I was completely guilty of this myself prior to having the ability to look beneath the surface. All it means is that you're struggling to look beneath the surface because you're just a little afraid of what's there. And in the meantime, you're living a life where it's okay to be happy all the time. But this feels exhausting for you sometimes, and it's something that we want to be able to help you. We want to be able to transform for you. So if you're looking for some help or support or guidance, please reach out to us for one of our free demonstration sessions. We would love to support you with this. It doesn't mean that you have to go into the dark depths of, horrendous things from our past. That's not what we're all about here with subconscious healing. We're all about boosting from a space of love and light. And we utilize an amazing connection to universal intelligence in order to access this. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely book in for a free session with one of us. We've all been trained by Intuition Wisdom. They're this amazing company that we will tell you all about. And we've been trained to access and harness our intuitive abilities on the level that allows for us to transform our trauma, transform our pain, and be free from the difficulties in our lives, so that we can make an empowering choice to want to do more for ourselves, to want more for ourselves, to want $1 million, to want $10 million, to want to have, 2 or 3 houses if that's what's in the highest good, to have our beautiful divine partner in our life, and to be able to share our life with beautiful children and have everything that we've ever been searching for in our life come into fruition. And most importantly, to be able to access that within ourselves. So if you're wanting to explore this, we've been putting the links into the comment section for you. If this is resonating for you, please reach out to us. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity to expand on what's possible for yourself. You can book in for a free session with us, and you can also, if you're interested in learning a little more about how to manifest your dreams into your reality, check out the movie Beyond the Secret, which is starring one of the most wonderful mentors that I've ever learned from, Daniel Reknitzer. Here you can access the movie for free on the link, and we're going to pop that link into the comment section now for you. It's a must-see movie. I've watched Daniel's part of this movie many times over just to be inspired by his truth on this subject. So I highly recommend copying and pasting that link right now so that you can watch it and share it around with your friends and family to help get the word out there. There is a way to be free from your pain and suffering, and it could all end for you right now if you choose to. More about what's possible for you each week. And thank you everybody for joining. Please share this with your friends and family. I've had an amazing time connecting in with you all this week. I'm going to do one more final clearing for Crystal. Please stay on in case it resonates for you as well. Let's see what's there for you, Crystal. So for you, Crystal, the biggest blockage in you being able to manifest the life of your dreams is this. You're finding yourself, it's like you're spreading yourself too sparse in too many different directions, which means that you don't have the capacity that you need to be able to look after yourself. And this is the most important thing when it comes to manifesting, is being able to be self-loving. And if you want to learn more about that, please connect in with us, because we have all kinds of amazing ways of supporting you with that. But the limiting belief that I want to clear for you today is that I'm not enough. Because when that is alive and running through your system, it means that you're sending your awareness outside of yourself in order to access validation from other people. And that's what has been taught by pretty much everybody on the planet. We're all looking for validation in some way, shape, or form in order to access, who we really are, why we're here, and what self-love truly is. So it's time to stop looking outside of ourselves, and it's time to start looking within. So if that message is resonating for you, please, please, please book in for a session with one of our mentors, whether it's in your relationships or your finances or your health and your well-being that you're struggling in your life, or whether it's within your career and you're struggling to bring your life purpose, career, or business into fruition. We can help you and support you with that. Yes, Crystal, I can definitely see you, right? If our relationships are out of alignment, then how can we feel self-loving in any given moment? That's exactly why our relationships are out of alignment, if we're sending our awareness outside of ourselves. So it's time to know that we are enough, that we chose to come here, and that if we can find it within ourselves to make one, to choose ourselves and to choose to want more from ourselves and to take those opportunities when they come in, then we can continually move forward for the rest of our lives, knowing that when it's time, we will have what we need to be able to move forward. So thank you everybody who's joined here today. I hope I got to get through everybody's questions. Thank you for all of your beautiful comments. If you have any further questions, pop them into the comment section now. We'll get back to you. Thank you for joining. Please share this with your friends and your family, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. Bye-bye.